We are on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. Happy Friday. I'm just kidding. Today I'm using, again, the one I can't read because it's been sitting in my purse forever and a year. But it's called Lucky because today's been kind of a lucky day.
Wow.
Not really. It's been great. It's been a good day. How's your day?
Absolutely fantastic.
That's good. What did you do today?
Main thing was scouting around. We did the replay first off, done some work on the double-decker car, then had to go down to the metal supply places and pick up some more materials to do that because you didn't remind me in time to get the car done for Saturday night.
I didn't realize that was on my agenda.
Can only mean one thing.
What?
What could that mean?
That it's Fast Friday.
I was giving you
And
your
we're back.
opportunity.
Oh, well, what the hell?
Your
You're supposed to
intro
warn me.
that they could have taped that you keep. What's it been like 3 weeks now that you have?
Well, see, my producer's supposed to set up a day for me to come in early so we can record. Not just put me on blast while we're on live on
I
Facebook.
do them live on the air.
I know, but you mess up every time you do it.
I thought the last one was pretty good.
No, your last one's all right.
No, you didn't. No, the one I did yesterday. I did one yesterday.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Where I had
watched
my
it.
where I had my batteries charged up and ready to go.
Because
You got to
I
get.
tune in every day to iNewswire Daily, where we cover
Yeah,
all the
that's-
news. And see, I'm trying to do it. You're talking over me. Damn it. You know what? Screw it. We have no intro.
Throw the
And I have no
earplugs out.
Wow. Thank God it's
I'm gonna
Friday.
choke. Yes, I'm gonna choke to death on this.
I offer you my water, but I want it. Anyways.
Oh
And
man,
we're on iNewswire Daily on
you want?
Friday.
It's
Fast
Fast Friday.
Oh my God. Someone
Laughing,
fire us.
and you want me to do a? No, you
Anyways.
really got to do scripts on two people because it's hard to play
It is.
that back and
I know you
forth.
point at me like I'm supposed to know what the hell to say. Lucky lip gloss? On Fast Friday. On
well, we could
iNewswire
be going
Daily.
after a
Soon
different
we're gonna be
target
on
audience.
KMT 1490. We have a
Yes.
great show today, though. Who are we going to have on?
Who are we going to have on? Later on, we're going to preview the opening racing season at PERRIS Auto Speedway, which is going to kick off with Night of Destruction, where they will have the figure eight and figure eight trailer races, demo cross, double-deckers, mini stocks, and maybe a couple of surprises out there.
And maybe a celebrity or two.
And maybe a celebrity or two to come out there on the old race weekend. So, yeah, now the short track season or the local bull rings are starting to fire off after we had NASCAR.
The local what?
Bull rings.
What does that mean?
That's what you call, well, really short tracks. I guess you wouldn't consider
gosh, here
Paris
we
a
go.
bull ring.
Sorry, guys.
Orange Show Speedway, Ventura, the really small oval tracks is what we call a bull ring because they're so small. Like a.
I don't know. My mind's going places I can't say.
A bull ring. The bull ring is rather small.
I didn't know that.
I know that because you've probably never been to the bullfights.
No. Where are those at? Aren't they like in Spain or something?
Yeah, no, that's
Have
the
you
running.
been to one?
The running of the bulls, yes,
Where?
in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Yeah, I've never been there. I've never been out of Corona. I mean, come on. Anyways, don't judge me. You're judging me.
Everybody judges everybody
I know.
all the time.
It's all right. But yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah, bull ring,
That's just like a
rodeo
weird
ring.
thing to say. Why would you promote it that
Bull
way?
ring, rodeo ring are very small. They're about maybe 50 foot by 50 foot or so.
Okay.
Very compact. So anything, when you hear bull ring, it kind of it has a synonym for being small.
For all you people viewing out there, now you know what that means. You're welcome. Go ahead and send me a message and thank me later.
This is what you do when you don't have any really thing prepared for a show. You just start babbling uncontrollably.
We're not supposed to give away our secrets. People are going to know how to run such an amazing show. Here on
Oh, we'll have a
See,
upcoming.
I keep trying to do a little plug, and you're screwing it up, man. Because he's wearing dolphin colors today. He's just way off.
Oh my, we're gonna have Jesse Gordon and Earl Cox Jr. who will be racing out
I
there
can't
tomorrow
wait.
night at PERRIS Auto Speedway.
It's
and
going to be
90
very
Destruction.
interesting to hear those two on the phone together. And then you? Oh, wow. What did I set up? That was a bad idea. Anyways.
Yeah, because we all got to talk kind of separately at Fontana last
yeah.
weekend. But we're going to get a real gathering of the clan going on here of that. When it's very dangerous when you get a group of racers. As you've kind of seen
I
a little
know,
bit
I'm
of
nervous.
preview of when you get when you get racers that start talking together, they can. And the more of them you get, the more out of control things can get on that. So yeah, it can get a little sideways on some of the stuff we talk about because we're all a bunch of hillbillies and rednecks anyway. So and we're like I say, we're all retarded anyway. Anything you do with
Somebody help me.
anything you do with the helmet is not very smart.
Or with Roy. Throw that one out there. I should probably start wearing a
that-
helmet when I'm around
Have
you.
the video man, this was an exciting video chase scene. One of the, most of them are just, the cops are following the car and you watch for 16 hours and the car finally stops and the cops get out and arrest guys and stuff. But no, there was one sttarted in Palmdale and they ran around that, and I think it ended in Silmar. So this is around the 210, 14 freeways up by Magic Mountain or whatever the heck they call it today. What do they call Magic Mountain? Did Six Flags Magic Mountain? Or
Yes.
Six Flags Magic Mountain. In and around that area, the North LA, greater North LA is where this chase started. Well, these guys allegedly stole a car. They're firing guns at the copter in this. This is coming to the end of the scene coming on. So they're cruising down the freeway. They ran over spike strips. There's no there are no tires. They're rolling on the rims. You can see the sparks flying. They're getting ready. They're finally either out of gas or deciding this is it because there's nobody on this particular off ramp. They're at an interchange. I think they're at the 14.
So the guy's running right there, right?
Yeah,
That's
so
the
he
driver?
bails. This guy bails out across, going through the on ramp, off ramp.
On the freeway.
Now he's getting on the freeway.
Jumps the wall.
Of that. Jumps the wall. The cops got the deal. Bam! Here he
Oh
goes.
my God.
Bam! He gets hit by one
Holy
car.
crap. He almost got knocked out by the other one.
Almost, yeah. I think he kind of got sideswiped by that. There's, I think, a police
Whoa,
officer
that
you
truck,
could see.
Did that truck hit him? Or
Yes. There's the guy.
Oh,
There's the
he's
police
messed up. He's
officer
messed
that
up
got
'cause he can't even
bumped a
walk.
little bit by one car, but I don't think he was hurt
Oh, yeah.
as he's trying to get this guy going down.
What an idiot.
Now, watch this. Now, is there a guy that deserves this more than this Yahoo? Not only, I mean, he's very fortunate somebody didn't run over and kill him.
Right.
Then he's putting all these cops in danger doing this because they got to try and track this guy down. And you've seen the one guy got bumped by one car. One of the police officers got bumped by the car on that. I mean, and then he's still after he's been hit on the freeway, he's limping across the freeway, still thinking he's going to get away from this. Well, while the copter has the spotlight on him, I mean, what kind of mentality is this? Again, the stupid pills this guy was taking, I mean, must have been industrial strength, because again, and I think the 14 freeway is still. It's been plugged. I was hearing reports all day that the freeway was still shut down. Because of the investigation going on.
He stole a car. Did anyone die?
No, not particularly. The police officer that got bumped by the car wasn't injured seriously. This guy, I don't know, they hauled him off. I think there was another one in the car. I'm not sure. I don't think he suffered any injuries. But this guy, This guy was eventually, if you scroll to the end, you can see him haul him into the ambulance, and I don't know the condition of this, but this just wasn't this guy's day to die, because he really should have. I mean, besides shooting at the cops, running through this, and then jumping across one freeway ramp that was nothing, and running onto the oncoming freeway,
And then to try to run away
Yes.
while you're barely even able to walk. It's just stupid.
yeah, like you're gonna I mean,
Not to mention all the families that lives you put
in danger. Yeah.
and
What
the
if?
police officers.
I mean, yeah. What if somebody would have swerved to miss him and run over one of the police officers? Or
Also,
something?
what if somebody hit him? I mean, for someone.
Well, they did. It appears
I know,
they did.
but somebody hit him and killed him. For a child or even just an adult to do that and then have to live with that every day, like, you're gonna remember that forever. Even though he's a bad person, you're still gonna feel guilty and have that image in your head.
Well, I don't know.
I know I would.
Well, yeah.
I'm a
if you-
wimp, but I mean, don't
Yeah,
agree,
but
don't
I-
agree with me.
But like you see, this guy's got to have absolutely either he was higher than a kite or something, or he's just got no conscience at all.
Well, I mean, like you've always said, the scariest person in the world is someone that has nothing to
Yeah,
lose.
yeah, and
Maybe he just had
basic-
nothing to lose.
Basically, at that point, once you've been shooting at the cops and anything, yeah. I mean, what
Insane.
what more charges are you going to do? And I mean, if you never try, you never know. I mean,
We by no means here at KMET or I Newswire do we promote anyone running from the cops or trying
No.
that. I wanted to throw out that disclaimer.
when you
really
see
quick.
the red light on, pull over to the side of the road and put your hands up on the dashboard steering wheel where the police officer can see you. And when he asks you questions, say yes, sir, no, sir. Obey their. It's just like when I went over to yesterday when they had the end of the police chase over here. And I'm filming it and da 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 da. And the police officer said, "Hey, I want to talk to you a minute." Was because I was getting ready to leave, and I said, "Yes, sir." I walked up there. He says, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Yeah, I'm with KMET 1490. We broadcast right over here next door. I saw you guys coming on." He said, "Okay, cool." And he told me, "Yeah, nobody got injured." Gave me a little update on there. Da da da. Everything was cool. I didn't say "f you" or nothing, or but no. When a police officer asks you to do something, just be respectful. Answer yes, sir, or be because they could be totally wrong, but they are the law at that particular moment and that place and time. I mean, they're whatever they say, they are given the authority by the state of California to enforce the law and arrest people and do all that other stuff. So, even if they are completely 100% wrong, that's to be dealt with at a later time through the courts and criminal justice system. But at that point in time, they are the law. And if you disobey their commands or want to smart off with them, they will give you a first-hand knowledge like that guy got of how, of what will happen to you if you do not, respond accordingly.
What he said in a very long explanation. Just kidding.
No, you're not.
I know you're wearing dolphin colors today. I gotta pick on you.
So again, but that, I mean, you don't see many chases in like that. And I mean, even if they run from the cops or get out, this guy was just completely, I mean, no rational thought can come up with why this genius was doing this particular number or that. But hopefully he will get, I'm sure he will be facing, I mean, not sure, but I would say that he's probably looking at facing a long term in jail.
I read on Facebook somewhere, not that you should believe everything you read online, even though I kind of tend to at times.
What? Everything on the internet, Facebook is not true?
Except for our show on I News
Yes.
Daily. I mean, at least what
Thank
comes out of
you.
my mouth is
Man.
true. Roy, not really. I mean, he's kind of a wild card. Anyways, I read online that in some state, and I can't remember where it is, and maybe Jesse, my amazing producer, will pull it up while I talk. Sex offenders or registered people that molest children under the age of 13 are going to get clinically castrated. No, chemically castrated. Did you hear that?
No. That's probably,
It was on the one person's Facebook page that we were talking about today. I should probably pull stuff up before I start talking about it, huh?
No, that
Maybe
would. Why would you? Why would you?
Around here, we don't really like to be professional all the time, so I just thought, hey, I'm going to throw it out
Well,
there,
no,
and maybe
we do.
somebody else read it.
We roll with a lot of stuff.
We totally
like,
do, because
yes,
if you're scripted, it's just
of
boring.
like yes of that.
Anyways.
No, that's actually.
I like that, though, but until they can prove or they do, like, certain amount of time after jail, you get your... And you ain't using it for a while. Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
What's your take on that?
You're only using that to pee with from this point forward.
Exactly.
Which is in my world that would be the least amount of punishment. Like I said, I've advocated for child molesters and stuff. That should be the death penalty. And that should be taken out swiftly. Those type of people should not be walking around in our society. Yes, that's the firing squad lining up in my world, shooting the child molesters, rapists, whatever. If you're assaulting whomever at that rate, in my world, you do not deserve to be on the top side of the grass.
And there's Pop.
Hopefully
I'm right. Did I get it?
Yeah. Easy Bo, the sidekick.
Did I get it? Yes! Hey, Pop.
Oh, well, I was just watching all that guy run away from the cops. Now, I mean, how stupid you get? You see the spotlight on you. Can't you think that they're going to watch you?
Yeah, me and Dwayne were in in 1981, the longest police chase like that. But like you said, once we stopped, like I say, it was hands up on top of the dash.
Yep.
Wait for the cops to come in. Yada yada yada. When it's over, it's over. There's a point in time when you cut it off. You don't. The reasonable expectations of the odds that you're going to get out of this situation have went from 0 to minus 9 million gazillion of that. It's over. Take your punishment and move on.
Yeah. Well, that's the way. Yeah, but like I say, everybody takes stupid pills.
Yes, that guy was like on the. Can you believe? Like I said, and I wasn't even going to turn it on because it was like 10:30 last night or stuff. So I was getting ready to go to sleep, yada yada yada, and it came flashing up, and I said, "Well, I'll check this." And I was like right at the end. I mean, I was in about 2 minutes after I'm in is when because I'm seeing the spike strip, or the sparks coming off the deal, so I know. Well, this is not going to go very far. This is coming to the end, so we'll see how it plays out. And then they're saying, he's been shooting at the cops and this, so I already know the cops are already in a real good mood when this guy finally stops. And then this genius, like I say, he bails out from the off-ramp, which has no cars, and then he runs out onto the freeway where there's traffic coming on going 60, 70, 80. At 11:30, 12 o'clock, or 10:30, 11 o'clock on Friday night, people are whipping around their 70, 80, 90 mile an hour, especially up there in that end of town.
Yeah, that's for sure. If you ain't doing 80, you ain't keeping up.
Yes, you're in the slow lane a lot of times.
At nighttime, yes, sir. That's the way it goes. But yeah, well, like I say, they all got to try it. You ain't going to get away.
No, I couldn't believe that one on the deal of because like you say, that you're running down. The Channel 7, I think it was copter that I was watching. He was back a ways, but you could still see that he got hit when he came across that one. Deal, and man, that was like you say when they got and then he zoomed in on him, and the guy's limping, trying to get away from the cops. Yeah, like
so stupid.
Yeah, still going through the middle of the traffic instead. Your best bet in something like that, if you are, and in my view, and maybe you commented, if you get in that situation, stand still, because you're live. If you're moving when cars are around, a lot of times, unless they're coming straight at you, you might want to jump out of the way. But they'll most likely. You're more likely to get hit if you're trying to run or move away from them if you stand still. If you stand still, somebody's liable to move around you. But they don't know if you're going to go right or left. So in my book, your best odds if you're sitting in like that is to stay still.
Uh-oh.
Why is my there's a Amber Alert going on. That's my phone going off because they did
You can silence that.
You
yeah.
Hit okay.
Oh.
Oh, like I say, people don't understand that, at nighttime, you only have about a fraction of a second before you see somebody.
Yes.
When you're going that fast, and you ain't got time to swerve to miss them. You're on them before you even think about it. It's too late.
But yeah, that guy, like I say, I'm already calling it, I mean, I don't know how. I mean, we'll have to do, but I'm going to say this guy's going to be the #1 candidate for the Darwin Award winner for 2020.
Right. He needs some kind of award.
Yes.
He got to be lucky enough to live.
Like I say, yesterday wasn't his day to die, because he should have multiple times on that. But not only shooting at the cops, it's a wonder. I mean, it had been a few years ago. Well, you remember when me and Dwayne had that one in '81, when we were coming up Alessandro. I mean, the cavalry was up there with 87,000 guns, and they figured if we were going to make the top Alessandro on that, we would have looked like a Bonnie and Clyde scene.
Oh yeah, they don't appreciate that, and not they don't appreciate that at all. Yeah.
So I mean, in that day, I mean, it just goes to show. And I mean, we weren't shooting at them or nothing. We were just outrunning them at the time, and they were pissed off about that.
Oh yeah.
And it goes to show how far, in 2002, you're shooting at the cops, and they're just following you. I mean, it's a wonder that I mean, I could see the part of going on that, but yeah, I mean, just how far our society has evolved or doing or what of doing that. And well, I will say this, just like about the other stuff, or like we were talking about the deal of respectability, and somebody comes on your property like Texas, and you can off them, without any, or my understanding of it, in case that hasn't changed. But if some of these guys got shot or something like that on that, that might make a few of these other geniuses think, well, there's going to be a penalty, a severe penalty to pay if you're going to act not stupid, but super stupid.
Yeah, that like I say, nobody can get monopoly on stupidity.
Well, that guy sure is. I mean,
he was a candidate.
He was trying to prove that one 100%.
Yeah, but somebody else will do it worse.
Oh yeah, that's why I say, because we're like this. I mean, and I mean, as soon as he opened back in the day, and not too long ago, if you would have opened fired on the cops, I mean, they'd have emptied every freaking gun they had on you.
Oh yeah.
They didn't care if you were driving down the freeway or not. You shoot at us, we'll show you. We got a lot more guns than you got.
That's right. And it's well, hey, like I say, you'll never find the most stupidest person, because everybody tries to beat them.
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably.
And that guy did a real good job of being, like I say, if that. I'd like to see the candidate in 2020 that's going to top this genius.
I don't.
There'll be one, guaranteed. Well, we'll see one.
You got it.
Yeah,
I'll let you go.
Bye, Pop.
Bye.
Oh man, but no, that was I mean, one of the deals. Oh, go run the deal on IE Newswire and do that one of the school counselor that got arrested for putting cameras in the boys' bathroom.
Shut up. Where?
Like that. Yeah,
Please don't tell me, Rena.
Go on IE.
Where was it?
In Riverside.
Oh, whew! Finally, some other district is hitting the news.
I don't discriminate. No, this was just
not that I'm excited by.
No,
what
this
is
no, this is a real serious one.
No,
because and anybody that has any information on this.
So what was it?
So teacher, Loma Linda resident, for that. Yes, what's his name? Matthew Daniel Johnson, 30, of Loma Linda, was allegedly in possession of distributing child porn and recording boys in a school bathroom. Yeah, he was a school counselor at, where is it, La Sierra? Or punch the story up. Yeah, where is it? La Sierra Academy. He's a school counselor there. Alleged.
Is that?
So what happened is the Fontana police was investigating or came across this guy that he was distributing or in possession of child porn. They made an arrest. They made some discoveries. They called Riverside Police Department. Riverside Police Department launched an investigation and found recording devices where allegedly that this guy had put recording devices and recording boys in the boys' bathroom at La Sierra Academy in Riverside. So if you have any information or your kids went to that
Yeah,
school,
or even if your child was a victim.
yeah, of that, contact Riverside or
horrible.
Fontana police, or if if you know of or see or were receptive or know of any child pornography this guy was
Yeah.
in distributing, or if you have kids that have, or you have any information on this guy from La Sierra Academy, please contact the Riverside or Fontana Police Department, and they will gladly
Also
take
contact your school
information.
district too, because they might offer
Yes.
some like crisis little center or team to help any students
Well,
that might
that's-
have been a victim.
That's what I love.
I mean, it's always great to reach out and ask
in
those
the
kind of
press
questions.
release and the school district, I got to applaud them. They put out a press release, and it was in the Riverside Police Department. They put out a press release. We're fully cooperating. This, because you got to get this, when something like this happens, and like the Moreno Valley one, and where the teacher was having, you got to get that information out, because if you got bad teachers in the schools, whether they're bad teachers, cops, they're
I'm a counselor too. That's like,
yes,
oh my god,
doing stuff like that, or you've got to get that information out, because in most cases, I'm going to say, just in my opinion, these are not isolated incidents. If there's something like this has probably been going on for a long time, and there's probably been a lot of hope. I mean, saying the odds are there's a lot of kids that have probably been affected by this.
Yes, definitely. That's horrible.
So, who knows what this guy has been doing, or what, if that's, just speculation. Is that what he was doing, was filming the boys in the bathroom and then putting it out on the internet or selling it or whatever?
Why would anyone want to watch that?
Oh, there's a lot of sick
That's like-
puppies out there.
I mean, I don't want to answer to it. I'm just
No, you
wondering,
don't,
like, why
because
would somebody?
You know what the biggest thing on the internet
I don't
is?
get that.
Is pornography.
Well, yes, but I mean, of an adult, I could see that, but not a child in a bathroom. Like, come on. Susan from Herper Valley writes in, it was a charter school. And then Carla writes in, can they cut his with an emoji banana? So thank you, Carla, for writing.
So the best way to deal with a pedophile is, I believe, Roy, we have a wood chipper here, right? That's an easy way.
There we go, Jesse. He even did a sound effect. Okay,
As it's
yeah, now
going
you're
through-
scaring me. I liked his better.
Well, mine's more realistic, 'cause
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like when it goes through your wood chipper. When you put the leaves through the or in the branches through the wood chipper, it goes, and then all the fluff comes out the other end. The wood-made
Wow.
mulch.
How did that
comes
go
out the
again?
end.
Do it again.
Who? Me?
You, yeah.
Oh, me. It goes.
Oh, just hair. Hey, can you twitch your nose?
To what?
Twitch your nose.
Twitch my nose?
Yeah.
No, I've got no
don't
feeling
know. Can
hardly
you?
at all. I can't even
me see.
smile. Half my face is
That's not.
I can kind of do my right side. Half my face is paralyzed. See, I can't.
Oh my gosh, you guys are actually trying.
No, I mean,
Okay. I know. I didn't think you guys were gonna listen. Okay.
too many race car crashes, fights, and
Something
everything else.
happened.
I can't. Yes.
Oh, that was great.
See,
So
like
there-
these scars. These were well earned.
I'm trying to pull up the Amber Alert.
Yes.
I
What
did-
is the Amber Alert? Do you
Well, I'm
have
trying
it?
to pull it up. No, it's not
Yes.
working.
Do that.
I did put the Amber Alert on the comment section there, looking for a Toyota 4Runner with the California license plates. Not that anyone's.
Hey, guys.
But I'm gonna say it anyways because you never know. 7V as in Victor, G as in Gopher, Y as in
I'm getting no audio, guys.
615. I think they are looking for
Read
a
that
4-year-old child with a 35-year-old adult. But I don't have the information because, of course, my phone doesn't want to work as soon as I start talking about something.
There we go.
We finally got the audio hooked
Hi,
up.
Sean.
Hey.
Were our
How's it
settings
going?
readjusting again? Yes. Computers have a mind of their own. They like to.
Brandon
blank
writes
with
in
you.
that he is just going to work and getting in his daily news. Thank you, Brandon, for coming to us for all your local news.
There you go.
And Roy's wearing dolphin colors today. You should be happy about that. Ooh, Aquaman's better, but it's really dolphin. Isn't Aquaman kind of more greenish? Like, not blue? I don't know. What's that like turquoise? I don't know. Y'all write in and tell me what color Roy's.
I can't tell
Roy's
you
rocking
colors
today.
for beans anyway, so don't look at me. I just wear bright colors
30
because I figure
seconds.
people won't run over me if I happen to be stupid and trying to run across a freeway or something.
True.
Like the genius that was.
Yeah. See, he's like more green.
Boy, you gave up awful easy.
Because he knows I'm right.
Yeah, you were.
All right, here we go, guys. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Sing.com. Be sure to ask for the bold yet smooth Blue Desmond blend.
IE Newswire Daily is on the air.
The following is a paid program. Views and claims expressed are those of the program producer and are not endorsed by this station. Opinions expressed not necessarily those of radio station MEP.
That funky slide guitar welcoming us in on a Fast Friday. And it's going to be really fast, and maybe even a fast and destructive Friday, because we got two very special guests coming up. They're going to be racing tomorrow night on Night of Destruction out of PERRIS Auto Speedway. Earl Cox Jr. and Jesse Gordon will be duking it out in the figure eight and the trailer figure eight racing, along with the Democross, mini stocks, double deckers, and probably a few other things thrown in on the enchilada over there. Night of Destruction's a very full of surprises out there. You never
It
know
really
what's
is.
you never know what's gonna happen or what might be in store on coming out there. So they'll be on here in a few minutes, ready to rock and roll with all of us on that, and we'll have a good time previewing it in of the Night of Destruction on PERRIS Auto Speed. On what?
Oh,
there's
you.
yeah. Oh, Jesse's got the Amber Alert on there of that. So
They're looking for a 2016 Toyota 4Runner Silver with California plates 7VGY615. And they're looking for a 4-year-old little boy with a 35-year-old woman.
yes, Christina Gonzalez, and there is the I would say they're probably Rosetta mom, or does it say? Ronaldo Gonzalez is the 4-year-old on that with that they've got the picture of that. But there's the picture of the car and the picture of them.
Christina and Ronaldo were abducted on March 6, 2020.
Okay, both of
approximately
them were.
at 800 hours. So that would be 8 a.m., right?
Wow.
What? Did I know how to read?
Yeah, and you deducted that 800 hours is 8 a.m.
Cameras are on me. I can't hit them.
Yeah.
It's all right. We only got 35 more minutes.
That's what, like I say, don't move because you're in danger of running into it, because if you stay still, you'll never get hit.
Shut up. I didn't know what
Although
you were
you've been
talking
getting better at that. You have
about. But I haven't thrown anything at anybody in a while. I should test that. Jesse, don't move. Just kidding. I might I'll knock out a camera or something.
Had lots of fun.
Anyways,
coming
I
up.
hope they find the
Yes,
the
I hope
missing-
they locate both of them safely, and that they are returned home safely on the way, because I'm sure their family is very concerned about what's going on in that situation. That's the worst part, is not knowing. In a situation, what's happening of that. Even in, God forbid, the worst of situations that news comes in, at least that sometimes it's that not knowing, like in this, where you're in that limbo period of that, is even worse. So we all hope for the safe return of both Christina and Ronaldo to that. And for those of you that are listening on that, you ought to go back and, it would probably be worth your while to go back and watch the first part of the show on IE Newswire, on Facebook, or IE Newswire on YouTube, because the Darwin Award winner, this genius, we've got the video up of it. This genius was shooting at the cops on the freeway up in the Palmdale, North LA area around Magic Mountain. He's probably a 20, 30-minute chase. Finally, long story short, the car stops. They finally either runs out of gas, no tires. He's ran through the spike strips. This genius decides he's going to bail out of the car, rolls across out into the freeway traffic, gets hit. One of the cops got bumped. The freeway's been shut down since late last night to this afternoon. It was still shut down, and caused all this traffic. But you won't, words cannot describe the amount of stupidity that went into that. So even if you're not a fan of car chases, because we just got the pertinent about minute or two of that, or you don't want to watch the whole thing or go back with it, just watch our video that we posted on there, and you're not going to believe what a real ding-dong this guy was for doing that. And, not only endangering his own life, which I don't think a lot of people would have shed a couple of tears if he did, but, countless others were endangered in that, and it's lucky that nobody else was seriously injured. No, it didn't appear anybody else was seriously injured or hurt, and especially none of the police officers that were out there got hurt, because they're running across traffic trying to stop this guy. Out there, and finally, the end of it, you can see the little rendition that the treatment the guy got, because he's limping after he got hit.
Away from the cops.
He got hit on the freeway, limping, trying to run away from the cops across there, still trying to get away. It was a sight to see. Real that. And posted again, and we'll talk about it just a little bit. Another very important situation going on in the city of Riverside. At the La Sierra Academy, a school counselor.
He is a charter school.
Of that was arrested.
Hey, I feel like we got to throw that out there.
Was arrested for possession of possession and distributing child pornography, and allegedly having cameras or recording devices or something to that effect in the boys' bathroom at La Sierra Academy in Riverside. So if you have any information on that, please contact Riverside or Fontana Police Departments, and they will gladly take that information and do that, because if these allegations are true, I hope this guy is
clinically castrated.
Yes, is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. It's like that guy. I don't know. Were you here? The guy, the inmate that killed the pedophile in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if these allegations are true, and this guy gets into prison,
have fun.
Of that, it's yes, that'll be one heck of a deal. I think we got one of our first guests out here on the line that is running out, and like we said, we're going to talk about the opening night out at PERRIS Auto Speedway. It's going to open up the season out there with Night of Destruction, along with in the ensuing next races. And I think next week the stock car opener with the modifieds, and that will be up. And in 3 weeks, I think on the 28th, the big show will be coming up, a doubleheader World of Outlaws and the USEC CRA sprint cars in a doubleheader. And the only appearance of the winged World of Outlaws sprint cars are up. But what we're going to talk about tonight is tomorrow night, opening night, Night of Destruction. And the big kahuna up there, who's been figure eight champ, overall champ, all-around good guy. Everybody loves him because he drives the Batmobile out there in the figure eight division. Jesse Gordon, welcome to the show with Stephanie and Roy.
Hi there. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Are you ready for Saturday?
Yeah, pretty much. Just finished buttoning up the car today, and yeah, I'm ready for the first race.
You sound so excited. Roll up some pictures of Jesse and the Batmobile out there, because your car is absolutely cool.
It is.
I mean, I think you got the coolest car out there. And you and your dad keep that car impeccably maintained, along with it being very fast. every time you roll it in on that, in figure eight racing, you bend up a lot of sheet metal and stuff on that every once in a while and stuff, and it gets pretty rough out there and stuff. But I mean, you guys keep that car when you roll it into the pits at least every week, like in tip-top shape.
Yeah, we keep ours pretty well, good looking at least. But I ran the figure eight trailer race last year as well, all season, and that's the one that was more brutal and hard on the car body. So, my intentions were to rebody it before this season, but just didn't get around to it. So, I mean, it looks okay. It's presentable, but maybe after this first race, I'll rebody it and make it look pristine again. But I know Earl's car, I mean, his is always super shiny and straight every time, so I'm trying to compete with him.
There you go. Hopefully we'll get Earl Cox Jr. He was going to be on the line with us too here pretty soon. I think we got him on, so we'll roll it in. The other competitor out there we competing against Jesse Gordon comes from a long line of figure eight racers. His dad, Earl Cox, was he's a legend in the figure eight racing in Southern California. I think he's up in his 80s now. But for many decades, he dominated the sport. Earl has taken over, and Kyle and a lot of the relatives and stuff, you'll see them out there racing. But Earl Cox Jr., welcome into the show with Stephanie Roy and Jesse Gordon.
Thanks, Guy. I've been waiting patiently to talk to you guys. I'm getting ready for tomorrow. I've been hanging out with Jesse and you guys last weekend. It was fun at the races, and we're getting excited for tomorrow.
It is, and we talked about it a little bit on the video cast before we come on KMET. Yeah, we were all out there at Fontana for the big NASCAR weekend and stuff, doing that in the infield, doing that. And racing is a community like this. It
really is.
We see each other all the time, do all this stuff, and hang out and swap stories and tell lies and all this other stuff. But I've always said, I've always said this, and I've been involved in the sport my entire life. And I said, to me, there's the overall people you'll never meet nicer, get along, will help you out in a jam people than the people that are involved in racing.
For sure. I've been doing this for a long time, and I want to keep the sport going, and I'll help anybody that wants to be helped. I know you can ask Jesse, if Jesse ever wanted anything, he can come right to me, and he knows that. This is a racing community, and I want to keep this going.
You got it. What's your take on that, Jesse? What's been your experience like with that, with just the overall racing community?
I'd say it's been really welcoming as far as racing. I've been around racing for myself racing for about 12 years, and it's been really enjoyable. Group of guys that you usually end up maintaining friendships for decades on end. And actually, coming into figure eight racing, I knew the stiff competition was Earl, and that was my goal, to go out there and try and beat him. But at the same time, I look at him almost as like an uncle to me. We really get along on and off the track, and I can't appreciate enough, what he does for the sport, and trying to keep it, going, and keeping the car counts up. And it's been a really fun time racing with a bunch of guys that we race with, Ed Kyle and Dennis Voigt and Kevin Cox, all of them people. They're really awesome people to race with.
So this is how we have a little fun, or this is how we talk and that. So Earl,
I know, we're all so nice right now.
Yes.
It's scary.
So Earl, it seems like you must have taught Jesse a little bit too much, because he's been kicking your butt here about the last year or two. So what are you going to do about that?
Wow, there you go.
Let's start some yes. Go ahead, Earl.
Everybody knows we built a new car last year, and we had the new car blues, and hopefully we got all the bugs out of it. The one biggest thing with our car is it's really hard to do any testing at PERRIS, because it's really hard for PERRIS to put out a figure eight track, because they got to modify it for figure eight. And Don and Gazarian, the guys, do a really good job for us, and so it's kind of tough to go do practicing. So So your car's got to be ready out of the box, and it's kind of tough to do. And this car's got a lot of bugs in it. So hopefully over the winter we got the bugs out of it, and so hopefully we can do a good showing tomorrow at Paris.
You got it. And I was just having a little fun with you, but I knew that. But, a lot of people don't know that. Which, sometimes when you build a new car, and I've had them, I built 2 sprint cars side by side. One of them, you could adjust it 10 ways to sideways, and it would not. It was just like the evil sister from hell. The other car, you wouldn't do nothing with it, and it would run. And there was no explanation of why, because they were 2 identically built, coming off the same jig, everything else, but one was evil and one was like that. So you never know until you get out there and try it. But you mentioned something about the track, and I want Jesse's opinion on this, so we'll start with him. The figure 8 track at Paris is awful tight. I mean, I've never seen a smaller, tighter radius turn track when that. Tell us some of the challenges of driving it and setting up a car to go around such a tight radius corner track, because the way I see you guys slide them things through there on that tight of a corner radius is almost amazing to me.
Yeah, the definitely a tough setup for sure. It's like turning around a telephone pole.
Yes.
It's a really tight corner, and it's tough because you don't want to have to shift. You want to keep it in high gear, and that's it. You don't have to focus on shifting in the corners and then down the straightaway. So really the main key is getting your gear ratio right. And every car is different depending on how much traction or wheel spin you're getting, as well as making your car, you actually want a looser feeling car than a tighter car, just because those corners are so tight. It is difficult, definitely is. And, me and my dad, we've done tons of trial and error just trying to get the setups right. And, I think we've got a good handling car, and then the rest of it's just my job to keep it going straight.
Yeah, and Earl, you've been around the sport longer than dirt. Have you ever raced on a more challenging figure 8 track than Paris? Earl knows I love him. That's what we can talk.
And he knows it's true.
Wow.
I want to play too.
There you go. You can have fun. No, go ahead. All seriousness aside, Earl, is there a more challenging figure 8 track that you've ever driven on than Paris?
We used to race inside of the telephone poles, and it was really tight. And then you're racing against a bunch of, not really race cars, but derby cars, and it was very challenging to race. And besides that, Verona was. Jesse was there before, but Verona was pretty challenging because there was no lights in the infield, and then infield had motorcycle jumps on it, so you had to watch what you were doing, because if you didn't, you're going through the motorcycle track and going through the whoopie-doos.
Yeah, doing see if you can roll that figure 8 car up on 2 wheels and stuff and drive it.
I did.
I would figure you would. You would take Earl Cox to do that. So maybe you got a career later on as a stunt driver doing that, driving on 2 wheels of it, doing the what is it, the who was the old thrill show? I'm just skipping my mind of who does the 2 wheels thrill? Joey Chitwood, the old Joey Chitwood thrill show.
My mom drove with Joey Chitwood at
really
back in the 70s and 80s, and she was in the car with him when he would do that all the time.
Well, there you go. See, I would tell you this: racing's the smallest world you'll ever be into. You say something to a racer, and they'll have a story of somewhere about something. You could say, what's egg yolks about, and they'll start. Oh yeah, the time I got food poisoning when we were at the Devil's Bowl, and that from the whatever. It'll provoke a story of some kind.
Yeah.
It is. We're like I said. To me, I said we're all retarded that are in the sport. That's why we. That's it. I'm listening to the silence on the other end of this.
Yeah.
Well, if I could hear Earl talking on the other line, that'd be great. I really can't hear him actually. But I know pretty much how Earl is, and how he is. It's always a good time around Earl.
Yes, Earl's a fun guy. Yeah, there's never a boring. When Earl's around, there's never a boring moment going on.
No, definitely not. He definitely becomes pretty much the life of the party. Keeps it going, keeps things interesting.
So, Earl, how did you get that reputation? What provoked you to be the life of the party?
I don't know. Somebody has to be, I guess.
So you just picked it upon yourself to be if nothing's going on, you'll just start something.
No, I picked the shortest straw in the bunch, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Of that. At least you're not. And I don't know if you guys seen that chase scene like that. At least you're not nuts enough like that guy that bailed out on the freeway, outside and run across the freeway in traffic and got hit and endangered a bunch of cops' life. At least you're not that squirrely.
Hey, I got a comment on your comment for the Christine car.
Okay, go ahead.
I Christine car sitting in here.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Do
you have us on in the background? Because I'm picking up an echo on your end of the phone, Earl.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, tune that down. That might be why we're having some problems going across with this stuff. Yeah, make sure you're not listening to us on that because you're going to get a delay on that, and it's kind of confusing on
Just
that.
Just in case Roy says anything.
Yes.
Really, we can dump it.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to listen to it just so I could hear what Earl was saying because I can't hear him on my end.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, you're trying to tune in.
It's all Roy's fault. Let's just blame him.
On
I do it all the time. It works out.
Just as a technical question, Earl, can you hear Jesse on your end?
Yes, I can.
You can hear Jesse on. So you're just having trouble hearing Earl, right, Jesse?
Yeah,
okay.
That's all right though.
Okay, well,
David writes in that Coors Light makes him the life of the party. Earl, I'm guessing that comment goes to you.
I could pretty much drink some Coors Light or Bud Light. It doesn't matter to me. But, it's always a good time around Earl. He always comes out to do this.
You got it. Yeah, stop by Earl's trailer and find out or stop by Earl's pits after the races if you're in the stands or something, and Earl will hook you up on the deal. That, like I said, Earl's the life of the party, or knows how to keep it going out there on that. And he's and sometimes he can be the good entertainment at the track, like he was saying, doing the two-wheel roll-arounds at Verona Speedway. Figure 8 racing is something very unique. It's like an oval track with an X in the middle. So at times, the guys got to go past each other, and once in a while, they wind up hitting. And Jesse mentioned it about the trailer racing being even more challenging. One thing they have out at PERRIS is they have the regular figure 8s where they're in their cars, but they have the trailer figure 8s where you're chaining a trailer to the back of the car or to your car, and you're going around there with that. And that thing's bouncing and flailing all around. Not only do you got to dodge the cars coming through the X, you got to dodge some crazy guy with a trailer flailing around in the wind.
Really quick, I want to read a comment. Kyle Cox writes in that he's always needs a Coors Light. Again, Earl, I think that comment goes to. Earl might be the life of the party, but Jesse's usually the... I'm going to let you finish that sentence.
Jesse is let's put this. Jesse is the kid's favorite driving the Batmobile.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I enjoy the time with the kids, that's for sure.
No, it's always a lot of fun, though. My kids love the Batman car.
Yeah, Kyle writes in, trailer racing is really intense. Yeah, like figure 8 racing really needed to be more intense. And like I say, adding the trailers to it adds just another it adds another dimension to it. And I think Jesse got caught in that. If the trailer comes undetached from the car, you're out of the race. So you have to, no matter what, you can be dragging it like the guy was with no tires on it or something. As long as it's still attached, you can keep going. And I've seen guys do it. The wheels falling off or the trailer's upside down, and they're still going, dragging the thing around the track.
Yeah, it's wild. And not to mention the stuff that's on it is never tied down, so it becomes an obstacle on the track too. So it's pure entertainment, definitely. But
never tied down.
yeah, last year I had some bad bad times in the trailer a couple times, and actually drove over Kyle Cox's trailer the last race. And that was for the championship points and stuff. But I knew he'd race me the same way too. So if he was in the same position that I was, so it's just all part of the entertainment, knocking everybody's trailer out.
You got it. Thanks a lot, guys, for being on. Jesse Gordon and Earl Cox Jr., you'll see him out there in the figure 8 racing and figure 8 trailer racing along with Kyle Cox and everybody. Kyle, man, he does them all. He does the demo cross, the figure 8 trailer racing, and everything else out there on that. If you've never been out to PERRIS Auto Speedway and seen Night of Destruction, you got to go out there and see it.
Really
it's one heck of a show out there. Thanks a lot, guys, for being on.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Yes, if you've never seen this stuff, you got to go out there. It's one exciting show, isn't it?
Yes, my kids are so excited. I think I'm probably more excited than they are, but it's always a lot of fun.
Is that your favorite form of motorsports?
Yeah, because I like watching stuff crash. And the figure 8, though, it's like so intense because you feel like they're just going to hit every time they like cross paths. It's so cool.
Have you?
I don't want any of them to get hurt because now I'm kind of learning all these drivers and kind of getting to know them on a personal level, and then now I just kind of get nervous, but it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I don't think wait till you see a good intersection.
I'm gonna freak the hell out.
Yes.
I don't really want to. But I want the intenseness of it happening.
Yeah. Those can get really up on the gas.
They
so
better not.
if you haven't been, go out to PERRIS Auto Speedway tomorrow night on the remote expressway, about 2 miles east of the 215.
This time.
Gates open at 5. Hot laps at 6. Racing starts at 7. We'll be out there. You'll see Earl, Kyle. There might be a celebrity sighting out there. Jesse Gordon and the whole crew will be out there. And as we usually say, each and every Monday through Friday, right about 6 o'clock, we're gone.